Hey friends, it's me. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to unbox a couple of 3M respirator masks. Before I do, I'd like to talk a little bit about nuclear fallout. There's been some concern that there might be some use of nuclear weapons due to Vladimir Putin and his crazy invasion of Ukraine. So how does nuclear fallout work? Okay, so when a nuclear bomb goes off, it creates ash, kind of like volcanic ash. And the ash is radioactive. Now you can think of the ash as having a zillion little tiny chicken eggs. And when the egg hatches, it releases radiation. And one type of radiation is like little tiny shell fragments. Those can be blocked pretty easily. But the really dangerous radiation is that when the egg hatches, it can give off a high energy invisible light called gamma radiation, and that will penetrate anything except for if you have like thick lead, thick concrete, or something like that. So you won't be able to protect yourself from the radiation generated during fallout. But what happens is that during the first 24 hours or so, most of those eggs have hatched. So as long as you're in a fallout shelter or in your basement or someplace like that, someplace away from the walls, the ceiling, stuff like that, you'll be safe. And then afterwards, when you go outside, you're going to want to have a respirator mask and a covering that will keep particles from getting on you, because some of them will have unhatched eggs. So you don't want any of those unhatched eggs getting into your lungs, into your hair, or on your skin. You want to be able to remove them. So here's the 7800S. The S stands for silicone rubber. The other one is the 7800B. The B stands for butyl rubber. B also stands for better. This is the better mask. The butyl rubber it's NIOSH certified for CBRN attacks. So that stands for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear attacks. It'll stand up to corrosive chemicals. It'll stand up to blister agents that the silicone rubber will fail under. So, just for breathing particles, the S is good. But if you're going to have chemical warfare or anything like that, you're going to want the B. The B is better. Now, for flaky reasons, the 3M company makes it very hard for the consumer public to get the butyl rubber one. They both cost about the same, from about $460 to $650, depending on where you get them. But you can get them online right now. But remember, it's kind of like with the N95 masks. When people didn't need them, they were all over the place, and then you couldn't get them anymore. So you might want to think about that. So let's look at the silicone. So the silicone comes pre-installed with the bayonet style adapters. So the bayonet style adapters will work with these cartridges. You put them on like that, and you got to remember that this ring here spins. So see how I got this lined up, how I like it here? It doesn't do that automatically. You get it positioned where you like it when it's loose, and then you tighten this ring. If you don't tighten this ring, you could end up sucking air from the outside. So Keep that in mind. So then you have them both like this. This one, the S has a little bit better of a voice diaphragm than the B. I don't know why that is. I think it might have something to do with the silicone versus butyl rubber. But let's listen to that. Hola amigos, bienvenidos a mi canal YouTube. So you can hear pretty well, it's muffled, but it's not too bad. So with this, let me just show you which ones those were. Those are the 60928. I'll put links to all this stuff. This one will it'll filter out radioiodide, which is something you'll get from the nuclear fallout or if a nuclear reactor melts down. There's also the 2.6, that'll handle ammonia. They don't both handle ammonia because I think they're just playing games. They want to sell the more expensive FR-15 CBRN filter because this costs like $80. So the way this one works is you have to unscrew both of the bayonet style ones. And then put in the plug. Don't lose the plug. You screw that all the way in, and then this will screw in here, and there's the thing here that pops off to allow you to start breathing. I would open this up from its bag, but I usually only get 3 to 5 views on my YouTube channel, and it's too expensive for that. So with these, I took these out of the bag, but they have to go on a baggie now because if they absorb moisture from the air, then they're ruined. They absorb. It's filled with activated charcoal. So once it's absorbed too much stuff, whatever it is, if it's chemicals, if it's water, or whatever, it no longer functions. You can also use these are P100 filters. They only filter out particulates, but these are also good. So this is the 2091. So you would use one like this if you had it. You would use it, in the days after the nuclear attack, after the fallout is already settled and you're able to go outside. Then you might want to switch to these, and then when those wear out, when all these are worn out, you might just use these. Would be my suggestion. But let's look at the good one now, the butyl rubber mask. So let's. I already took the white thing covering the top off, so we can see what it looks like. Hola amigos, bienvenidos a mi canal YouTube. So it's harder to hear out of. I plugged this up with my hand. So this will screw right into it. It's ready to rock. You leave this in, but it does not come with the bayonet style adapter, so you're going to want this. You're going to want to get these because after you're done using this, you want to switch over to this, to something like this. Then you're going to want to get a pack of this, the 3M701. So that just comes there and you screw those in and you're ready to go. So that's the rundown on the mask. Now there is another company. So the 3M are made in Canada. And there's also another company, a British company called Avon. They make the M50 mask. And the M50 is the one that our military, the U.S. military now gets. They make a better one called the FM50, but apparently, I don't know who they're keeping that one for. You do not want to get the C50. The C presumably stands for civilian, the M military. The C50 is 2 times as hard to breathe out of as the maximum NIOSH standard. It's dumb. I mean, these are essentially identical masks, but they made it twice as hard to breathe out of. So you're going to have more carbon dioxide buildup, and it doesn't meet the NIOSH standards. Another thing is both 3M and Avon, for flaky reasons, make it difficult for ordinary consumers to get the good ones. But you can get them here in the United States. You're going to want, if you're going to get the Avon, you're going to want the FM50. If you're going to get the 3M, you're going to want the FR7800B. And this is just L for large. They sell medium, small, and large. So if you need them for kids, that's a problem. I think the Israelis make a kids mask. I think the Italians make like a 18-month-old infant carrier. You know, it's a problem with that. But basically, you're going to have to keep kids indoors if there's a nuclear threat. But I'll show you the the coveralls and boots and all that in another video. So take a look at all that stuff.